From FlightSimCon 2016 and AirDailyX.net, I am joined by the unbelievable Amir Salehi of FlightBeam's Studios.
Thank you.
I'm like a little girl, like seriously, this is insane. I can't believe that you've actually made it out. It's huge. You've had a lot of people coming over and talking to you, and
absolutely
big things coming up in the future.
Absolutely. So I'm very surprised by this is my first year here. There's a huge turnout. I've had a lot of customers come directly up to me and ask me a lot of questions and
support questions.
Yeah, actually one support question, which is fine. They get immediate response.
Right.
Yeah, but talking to a lot of other developers, which is half the other reason why I came here. So it's been really amazing out here. This is like our Disneyland. So
this is Disneyland.
I'm loving it.
This is Christmas. Like we were just talking about it a minute ago. This is unbelievable.
Yep.
So we did a little bit of an interview when San Francisco first came out. I got to get like the exclusive screen right before. And we did talk a little bit about how FlightBeam started. Just for those who probably didn't catch that, just really briefly, remind us of how you wind up launching into flight simulation.
Well, it started as a side project, basically, and I kind of wanted a SFO airport for my own needs in flight simming.
You live in the San Francisco, the Bay Area.
Right, in the Bay Area. So basically what I started doing is coming home from work, full-time job, I would work late at night until like 1 a.m. and basically work a little bit every night on this project. And then I posted a few screenshots on FS Developer one day, and it just blew up to now I'm here. So it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. I wouldn't be here without the help of my customers, their support, and it's been growing every year. So we're able to do bigger airports, more detail, and more coverage. And that's basically how it started. It's mainly I'm here because of a lot of the customers that made us grow. So that's it.
So we have that first rendition of San Francisco. You went on to Phoenix, which was incredible. Then you did a game changer with Dulles. Denver is. I still don't know which one I like better. I'm like torn between San Francisco V2 and Denver because they're incredible. And unfortunately, Mr. Grimshaw from Flight Tampa didn't show up. He was going to, he didn't make it. Don't blame him for not making it, but it's like you guys are like in that boxing ring, and unfortunately he's not here, so I guess you win by default. I'm joking. But so now we're looking at Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Absolutely.
And it's not aesthetically pleasing, the most beautiful airport, but somehow you've made it look like such a gorgeous airport. I mean, you've only shown, I think, 2 screenshots.
Yeah, just
and
a few
it's beautiful.
screenshots. Minneapolis has its own little charm. Upon visiting Minneapolis, I was amazed by the airport staff. And if they're watching, thank you. They really made it really helpful for us to get our shots, our survey. It has its own little charm. It's an older airport. They've got some new buildings. They've got some old buildings. It's a well-oiled machine, that's for sure. And there seems to be a huge support behind it. A lot of simmers want Minneapolis.
In fact, I was shocked to see just how much people wanted Minneapolis as they did Frankfurt. I mean, it was like neck and neck there.
Absolutely, and we're talking about 2 very different airports.
Exactly.
We're talking about a mid-sized Delta hub, which has a lot of connections, and then a mega international airport, which has mostly international destinations. And it's really interesting. This just comes down to the amount of the diversity in our customers and what they want. So I wish we could fulfill both.
Right.
Obviously, one didn't work out, which is okay.
It didn't work out.
But a lot of folks are waiting for Minneapolis. We've been told by a lot of customers here that they can't wait to see it. They can't wait to have it in their hands. And I can tell you, there's a lot of surprises in the works for Minneapolis.
Really?
There's a lot of cool things that they're going to love. If they liked SFO, they're going to see quite an amount of detail that they've never seen before.
Wow.
So I think they'll like it a lot.
Well, that's the great thing that I've learned about you and just the way that you manage your company is it's not enough to just say, okay, we've achieved this, let's go on and just do that. It seems like with every new airport that you do, you stepped up your game. Now we're going to, work with this technology, we're going to do with that. So now that you're telling me that Minneapolis is going to have something new, I'm just like, I'm dying to know what on earth that's going to be, because I think that's just going to be absolutely incredible.
Well, some folks know that I'm usually not happy with previous products that I release. And that's a good thing.
You're your own worst critic, I guess.
Exactly. There's a lot of stuff I'm unhappy about, SFO, for example. And so what that enables me to do is basically make the next product that much better.
I know.
In terms of Minneapolis, it's going to have just a ton more detail. You can really go up to the terminal wall and just check everything out.
Wow.
Even keypads on doors. We have a lot of performance overhead at Minneapolis, unlike SFO. So basically, we're able to put in almost twice the amount of detail. And on top of that, we're going to have a whole new ground technique available, so you're going to be seeing a lot more realistic ground methods. So I think people will be really happy with this. And of course, when I release it, I'll be unhappy with it and make the next project even better.
Well, that's a statement of a true artist.
Thank you.
Isn't it? I mean, it's like you're never fully happy, but yet you're just blowing everyone else's minds in the process. So,
I hope so.
Well, I certainly look forward to Minneapolis. I'm sure everyone else is too. And I'm going to ask you the question that no one should ever ask a developer, but when do you think?
Oh, it's okay. I've been asked this question so much today. And all I can say, take it with a grain of salt, as always, but it looks like it's going to be end of summer, perhaps around September, if all goes well. We're doing a few new things in the scenery, so that may, delay it a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. But it's looking good so far. Almost all the buildings are done so far, so it's in a good place right now.
And I'll just say this. One of the things that I really respect, because obviously everyone wanted a FlightBeam Frankfurt, and I think what I really respect about your decision is that you could have just said, you know what, we're not going to be able to get that access, but I'm sure we can really still do a really great job. Right. Your philosophy is, and there are a lot of developers out there that can create something and never have visited the place and do a great job at it. But your philosophy is, I need to get there, I need to see it with my own eyes, there are details that I need to see, and if you're not able to get that to successfully pacify your level of accuracy, then it's not going to happen. Exactly. So I certainly respect that.
Well, thank you.
And I'm glad to hear that Minneapolis was very helpful, and because a lot of airports aren't, so especially nowadays. So wonderful. And I guess we're looking forward to seeing Minneapolis by the end of the year.
Thanks. I'm really looking forward to pushing it out, and we're always looking out for new projects. So I'm listening.
In your statement, actually, on Air Daily X, in a comment, you actually wrote that we're sorry you're going to be disappointed about Frankfurt, but you're going to be happy when you learn some of the other things that we're working on. So we're not going to ask about that now, but I'm quite certain it's going to be more than enough to make up for that. Sure,
you will like it.
Amir, thanks so much.
Thank
Enjoy
you,
the rest
Andre.
of the convention.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.